we're talking here, essentially I should have been in my country with my people in flood-affected areas with children, with boys, girls, and those who have been badly affected, to console them and provide them some relief. But I'm here to tell the world what happened with us and with our people. It has been a result of unprecedented cloudburst induced by climate change. Therefore, it's none of our doing or our making. Our carbon emission is less than 1%. To be very exact, it's 0.8%, which is one of the lowest in the world. But we are rated as one of the most vulnerable countries. I mean, probably the first 10 countries were most vulnerable. And in these days, 33 million people have been affected. 1,500 people died, including 4 children. Standing crop on 4 million acres all washed away. 1 million houses completely damaged, and 100,000 partially damaged.
How will this change the conversation at COP27 and your leadership at the G7?
Well, I've spoken to leaders here yesterday and today. I was very happy to meet Shery Ahn today again, who visited Pakistan and saw this calamity with his own eyes. And he said, Prime Minister Sharif, it is unbelievable. I mean, he is a man who has been dedicating his life for humanitarian cause for many years. He said he has never seen this kind of climatic situation in his life, and the entire country looked like sea flowing all over the provinces of Pakistan.
Will this change the loss and damage debate?
Yes, most definitely. Yesterday and today, leaders have touched this subject in their speeches. President Biden, I'm very grateful to him. He spoke about Pakistan and Pakistan's plight. Other leaders, President Tayyip Erdogan, President Macron, and many other leaders have discussed and openly said that Pakistan never needed support and help more than ever before at this point in time. And this shows the intentions and sincerity of global leaders. But I think it should come very fast, because time is running and we are racing against time. Waterborne diseases, 3 million children exposed to these threats, malnutrition, diseases, temperatures, and all kinds of exposures they are facing. And elderly people, they need blankets, they need food, children need baby food.
Has the world done enough? What more can be done?
What they've done is commendable, but it is far from meeting our needs. We cannot do it alone. We cannot cough out resources from our own pocket, which are already insufficient to meet our pressing needs of ordinary life. We need additional funds. The loss is $30 billion, the first estimate. So I think unless the world comes out with billions of dollars of support for relief, for rehabilitation, for building infrastructure, resilient infrastructure, adaptation in agriculture, in housing, things will not come back to normal. And I need to put our economy back on trail. I need to put our millions of people back in their homes. busy again with ordinary life in agriculture, in industry, and getting jobs back.
What are you telling international players looking at Pakistan right now, because there's a lot of concern about the debt obligations also coming up?
Yep, exactly. We are going to have debt obligations next month and month after. And
are you going to be able to make that?
We have requested Secretary General today. We have spoken to European leaders and other leaders to help us in Paris Club, to get us moratorium, relief. Unless we get substantial relief, how can the world expect from us to stand on our own feet? It is simply impossible, next to impossible. The world has to stand by us. And there is a yawning gap between our ask and what is available. Please, through your cameras, have this yawning gap bridged, and bridged very quickly at lightning speed. Otherwise, time and tide wait for none.
Debt swaps, debt suspensions, are those
A disaster
in
is
discussions
waiting for
right
us
now?
in the shape of epidemic. It's waiting for us. Please help us in avoiding this disaster. If God forbid that happens, then all hell will break.
Who's helping you right now? We know that a lot,
All
you have
hell will
very
break,
friendly countries,
All hell will
especially.
break, I'm telling you.
How comfortable are you with your foreign commitments to China, for example? They're 30% of your external debt.
Well, I think, yes, Paris Club needs to give us moratorium, and once that is done, we will most definitely request our Chinese friends, and we have spoken to IMF, we have spoken to World Bank to arrange programs for immediate relief for these millions of people. It's very important. Please tell me, how on earth do you expect from us that we have just signed IMF agreement with very tough conditionalities? That means every month we have to tax petroleum, we have to tax electricity, and yet rehabilitate millions of people who are shelterless, rebuild their houses and send them back to the work in agriculture, in the industry, and start producing. How can that happen?
You're talking about
Can you please tell me?
taxing
Can this
petroleum
happen?
as well.
Can this happen?
Prices continue to soar. Oil, food.
Killing inflation, imported inflation. Because of tension around the world, oil prices have gone to a level which I had never imagined in my remotest imagination. It touched $120. Now it is hovering around $90
We're
or
hearing
so.
that some of that
It is still
cargo is
exorbitant.
also being diverted to places like Europe that are thirsty for energy. Are you seeing that happen on the ground? What's been
Gas
the
is not
impact?
available now. We invite tenders. There's nothing in the tenders because gas is all purchased by Europe. And if we are not able to provide gas to warm people's houses during winter, and their stoves and their workplaces, universities and medical institutes, we'll be in deep trouble. We will have more diseases, God forbid deaths. Does this the developed world expect from us, or they want to really extend their helping hand
Mr.
to
Prime
come to our
Minister,
rescue?
what do you think of buying oil from Russia?
Well, we have. I've spoken to Russian President Putin about the availability of gas, and he has promised me that he will most definitely look into this. There is no such commitment as yet, but we are also talking to them to buy wheat because there was shortage of wheat last year, and this year the land is not going to be ready for wheat sowing. So we'll have to, import additional tonnage of wheat, which is going to cost fortune and further add on our foreign exchange, very, very scarce resources. All this put together is is a nightmare.
Also because the Pakistan rupee is on a free fall right now. And a lot of
there's
it also
question
coming from political uncertainty with your former Prime Minister Khan
Well,
now
that's-
asking for elections. What's the government going to do?
Well, the country needs unity, harmony, reconciliation, peace with each other, brotherhood, fraternity, and I'm all for this. Our coalition government, I'm heading this coalition government. I have articulated this time and again today, before your cameras and talking to you, I would like to convey to all my friends in Pakistan, let's join hands together, let's unite, let's bury our differences, and let's discuss politics some other time. Today is the time to come together and serve the suffering humanity and our brothers and sisters, get them out of water and put them in safe places and pitch tents, put them in the tents, provide them with blankets, with medicine, with food, baby food. My appeal to all my Pakistani brothers and sisters, let's rise above our likes and dislikes. Let's bury our hatchet and let's move forward. And this is equally true about international community. My appeal to them, that please do hand holding for Pakistan. Today we have become victim of this climate change induced torrential rains. Tomorrow it could be somebody else victim of this. Do we want this, or do we want to stop this?
Mr. Prime Minister, just finally, before I let you go, on that sentiment of unity, are we going to see any efforts from your administration on normalizing ties with India?
Most definitely. I mean, we are neighbors. We're there to stay forever, till this world is in place. I mean, the point is that if we are neighbors not by choice, we are there to stay forever. So it's up to us. The choice is ours to live like peaceful neighbors, or neighbors who keep on fighting with each other every now and then. I don't think this is an option. The only option is that have peace, so that we can save our resources to feed our people, promote education, health. But that can come once we start talking to resolve our relations, to resolve our issues, problems. Kashmir is number one on the table. And if India wants to talk to us on that count, we are ready. But it takes two to tango.